remakes and remasters have become an important part of the games industry as of late. Remakes and remasters are also a great way to test the waters of bringing back dormant franchises. 2022 and beyond is looking to be a great time for fans of remakes and remasters, and here we'll be looking at a few such examples. Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes. Announced very recently as a collaborative effort between original developer Remedy Entertainment and publisher Rockstar Games, the Finnish developer is working on full-fledged remakes of the first two Max Payne games using its in-house Northlight engine. Given the massive popularity of this IP, it seems fair to say that expectations and anticipation for the two games are very high. The two remakes are still in the very early stages of development, and fans will have to wait a bit before they can get a chance to play them in all their high-fidelity glory. Splinter Cell Remake. Currently in development, this is going to be a full-blown remake of the very first Splinter Cell game. The game is being developed using Snowdrop Engine, and details other than that remain scant for now. That said, we do know that it will be a faithful recreation of the first game and no open-world elements will be shoehorned into this remake. It's also in the early stages of development, with no release date known as of yet. Dead Space Remake. The Dead Space series is still considered to be one of the best survival horror experiences of recent memory, so it isn't surprising that EA Motive is hard at work remaking the first game. Built using the Frostbite engine, the remake will supposedly feature even more horrifying encounters within the claustrophobic corridors of the space station. Dead Space Remake releases for current-gen consoles and PC on January 27, 2023. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection PC. Nathan Drake's life as an adventurer came to a halt after Uncharted 4, although the series will probably continue with new entries in the future. For the time being, however, Naughty Dog has once again reintroduced Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and its standalone spin-off Uncharted: The Lost Legacy in the form of Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection on PS5 earlier this year to mostly great critical reception. That said, we're still waiting on more information on the PC version of this collection, which is still slated to release sometime in 2022 and will introduce this franchise to an entirely new audience. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt was not only one of the best games of the last generation, but was also an influential title in showcasing how meaningful side content can elevate an open world to the next level. Its much-anticipated current-gen release was being handled by Saber Interactive. Although development has now been shifted to CDPR, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt will now be releasing for current-gen consoles sometime in Q4 of 2022. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic Remake. BioWare's 2003 release Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic still stands as one of the best Star Wars games of all time. So it stands to reason that the announcement of a full-blown remake of this classic was a dream come true for many fans of this property. Aspyr Media, the developers of the remake, have confirmed that this project will be a faithful recreation of the original, and naturally, expectations for the game are really high to say the least. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic releases for PC and PS5 sometime in the near future. System Shock Remake. Currently in development at Night Dive Studios, who recently released the Turok remasters, the System Shock remake will see players facing the rogue AI Shodan once again. Like the genre-defining original, the System Shock remake will be featuring a slew of abilities and weapons, which can be used in a variety of different ways to overcome the many obstacles that the game will throw at you. There's no release date for the game as of yet, but interested fans can download a free demo of the game via Steam. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Square Enix delivered a fantastic reimagining of its 1997 classic with Final Fantasy VII Part 1, and fans are naturally waiting for the game's second part with bated breath. If the first game is anything to go by, fans are in for one hell of a ride with Final Fantasy VII Remake's second part as well. Silent Hill 2 Remake, rumored. Konami's Silent Hill series used to be one of the biggest names in gaming when it came to horror games, but the cancellation of the Kojima-led Silent Hills, followed by a complete lack of releases, has dwindled down the reputation of the franchise by a significant margin. Rumors have suggested that Bloober Team of the Medium fame is currently hard at work on a full-blown remake of the second game, although nothing is confirmed at the moment. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Remake, rumored. Much like the case with Silent Hill, Konami's Metal Gear Solid series has been put on hold following the departure of series creator Hideo Kojima. Rumblings of a new game in the series or remakes have persisted for some time now, and a recent report from VGC has stated that a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is in the works at Singapore-based Virtuos. Given that Metal Gear Solid 3 is technically the first game in the series, this rumor does have more credibility than what meets the eye. The Last of Us 1 remake rumored. While The Last of Us is still a perfectly playable and visually striking game, rumors have suggested that a remake has been in development for some time, originally at Sony Bend and now at Naughty Dog. Of course, nothing is confirmed as of yet, although VentureBeat's Jeff Grubb has recently stated that the remake is targeting a release window of as early as holiday 2022, presumably to cash in on the hype and anticipation surrounding The Last of Us HBO adaptation, which will be airing next year. Gears of War Remastered Collection. While Halo: The Master Chief Collection got off to a rocky start, meaningful content updates have made the collection the definitive way to experience the adventures of Master Chief and Cortana. Fans have wondered whether Microsoft's other premier shooter franchise, Gears of War, will receive the same treatment or not, and Xbox-era's Nick Baker has recently gone on record stating that this is indeed the case. Additionally, Baker has suggested that a formal announcement will also take place during the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase this June, followed by a release in November of 2022. GoldenEye 007 Remastered, rumored. Rare's 1997 classic still stands tall as one of the best James Bond games of all time. So it isn't surprising that fans have been demanding a remake or a re-release of this beloved shooter for the longest of times. Back in February, VentureBeat journalist Jeff Grubb suggested in his Grub Snacks podcast that the game is getting a remaster for modern consoles and that an announcement will be happening in the coming weeks. GOTHIC Remake. Original developer Piranha Bytes' Gothic was a game that was beloved by many, so publisher THQ Nordic is currently hard at work on reimagining the game with updated visuals and new gameplay concepts, like a modernized combat system. The game is still in early development, so details on the release date remain scant for now. That said, THQ Nordic has said that it will be giving fans a taste of the game with a playable teaser. Front Mission First Remake. Announced in February, Front Mission First Remake promises to be a faithful reimagining of Front Mission, a beloved game that never saw an official release outside of Japan. The game will feature major improvements on the visual and gameplay front, and the developer has said that it plans to release this remake sometime during summer 2022 for Switch. That's all for now. If you enjoy what you saw, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, now is a great time to subscribe. We upload brand new videos every single day. After subscribing, don't forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time, right here on Gaming Bolt.